I don't want you to think that I had no fun at all when I was little, because of course my aunties and my granny and granddad were farmers, which meant that quite frequently we would be, my sister and I would be taken out to play with my cousins on my auntie's farm. They were boys and they used to bully us, but then that taught me how to fight back. In fact, on one occasion, one Christmas, we were all out at the farm, and my cousin Ian, who unfortunately died a few years ago, really upset me. In fact, two of my cousins have died. Both of them were my favourite cousins, Joanne and Ian, and neither of them were. I mean, Ian was just 18 months older than me, and Joanne was actually just 3 months older than me. I'm doing my utmost to stay as alive as I possibly can for as long as I possibly can. Anyway, one Christmas we were all out at my auntie's farm, and the parents were all in the front room, and we were all playing in the kitchen. And Ian and Robert got me and my sister to perform for them up on the table, and I was really annoyed about that. And he'd got one of those pop guns, you know, that you put the cork in the end, and you pull it in, and then you pop it and it pops out. Well, what he did was he did that round my hair, and he pulled it back in and pulled my hair into it. I was furious. So I leapt at him and started pounding on him and so on, and he got backed up into a corner, and there was lots of squealing going on, and the parents all came rushing out of the front room, thinking that they were tormenting me and my sister again, only to find that it was me beating up on Ian. And that was great fun. We used to go to bonfire nights. Oh, in fact, we used to go to bonfire nights over with some friends again of my mum, and their son Tim I fell in love with him when I was a very little girl, and I found that on one occasion, just before bonfire night, he was in the cellar of their very big house, and he was making a Guy Fawkes, and I went down to talk with him, and he was completely ignoring me, so I pulled the foot off his guy, and he was so angry he punched me in the stomach, and that really upset me. However, it didn't stop me feeling that I was going to be a beautiful young woman very shortly, and he would then notice me. However, just before I was 12 years old, my dad got a new job down in Somerset, and we got moved down to Somerset, which was traumatic to say the least. Every Christmas his mum would send Christmas cards with his name on it, and I used to keep them. It was quite ridiculous, As things started to go differently after we got moved down to Somerset, because my mother lost her direct contact with her mum and dad, and I think that really caused her all sorts of issues, to the extent that she used to drink a lot of sherry, which caused all kinds of issues. So I will talk about the period of my life from about 15 years old in the next one. Take care.